A bank heist like you see in the movies. It happened on Monday at the M&T Bank in Brockport. Sheriff's deputies say John Salvage of Rochester held up the bank at gunpoint and left with nearly $500,000. News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey is in Brockport and picks up the story here.
The sheriff says that Savage forced all of the employees into the women's room at gunpoint here at the bank, except for the manager, who he forced to open the safe. Savage then apparently got away with more than $500,000 in cash, but he didn't get far.
Wearing a reflective jacket with his face covered by a cloth mask, investigators say John Savage brought his own duffel bag to load the cash that he forced employees to retrieve from the vault.
That's a real gun, and it's a real scary situation, right? So, of course, they were terrorized.
He took off in this blue Honda, but before long, the car broke down at this intersection in Hamlin. A woman who lives nearby saw a man removing the plates and wiping down the car and called 911.
See something, say something. We say it all the time. That's her community. She's looking at this going, that's just odd. That vehicle parked there was odd. That vehicle being wiped down is obviously odd. And why is he taking the plates off? And just relaying that information. And then she picked up on a black SUV with Florida plates that when she circled around again wasn't there anymore.
Investigators say Savage got in that SUV, driven by another person, with his bag of cash in hand. Deputies flooded the area and found the SUV parked behind the Tops in Hamlin. They say they found Savage and all of the cash in a vacant storefront in the plaza.
We found night vision goggles, we found some trackers, we found some things that would lead us to believe that this was a very elaborate plan and something that had been worked out, but we have no indication that it's tied to anybody outside of the people that were involved that day.
The second man is still under investigation, but Savage has been charged with robbery and grand larceny.
It's very unusual for these branches to have this much money in the branch at the time. But as far as a connection to the person, to anybody working at the bank, we don't have that yet, but I will say we're not done looking.
The sheriff's department tells us this is still a very active and ongoing investigation. They are still reviewing surveillance video from this area where the bank is all the way to where the Tops is. They're trying to place those two cars together and learn more about the second person that may have been involved here. We, of course, will keep you posted on any developments. In Brockport, Jennifer Lukey, News 10 NBC.
And listen to this. The sheriff said this was the biggest bank robbery locally that he's seen in the last 40 years and the biggest recovery.